Have you ever pondered the question, what if you were a worm, would your loved ones still care for you? An intriguing thought, isn't it? Imagine this. A fine gentleman named Edward woke up one morning and found himself not in his comfortable bed, but in the damp soil. Yes, Edward had turned into a worm. No arms, no legs, just a long, slimy body wriggling in the dirt. Edward, now a worm, felt a sense of shock and disbelief. How would he drink his morning coffee? How would he drive to work? More importantly, how would he express his love to his dear wife, Emily? Emily, unaware of her husband's peculiar transformation, began to worry when Edward didn't come down for breakfast. She looked everywhere, but Edward was nowhere to be found. All that was left was a strange little worm wriggling on their bedroom floor. Despite his small size and lack of facial expressions, Edward tried his best to connect with Emily. He wriggled up to her, showed her his favorite spots in the garden, and even tried to cuddle up next to her while she was reading. But Emily, oblivious to Edward's attempts, saw him as nothing more than a harmless worm. Edward felt a deep sense of sadness. His love for Emily didn't waver, but he felt the painful sting of unreciprocated affection. He missed their morning coffee chats, their late-night movie marathons, and the simple joy of holding her hand. However, Edward's story isn't just about heartbreak. It's a tale of resilience, too. He learned to adapt to his new life in the dirt, finding joy in the simple pleasures, like the warmth of the sun or the taste of fresh leaves. So, to circle back to our initial question, what if you were a worm? Would your loved ones still care for you? Edward's story tells us that love isn't about physical appearances. It's about the connection, the shared experiences, and the memories created. Edward's love for Emily remained strong, even though he was a worm, but his transformation made it impossible for Emily to recognize and reciprocate that love. In conclusion, if you turned into a worm, your loved ones might still care for you, but they may not recognize you. Your love for them would remain, but expressing that love would become a challenge. And so, we learn that love transcends physical form, but communication of that love often requires a shared language or understanding.